Um, Happy Friday. You know what was interesting is like earlier today, I was listening to a reading by somebody. And you know what's crazy? They were like, well, maybe not crazy, but like they were talking about that reading, that last reading that I just posted about somebody like and their dad, and somebody else did a reading for that person, or somebody else with a similar situation, but the situation for that person is like they were gonna marry this person. This person was gonna leave them at the altar because it turned out they've already had this family. And it's like, dude, you know what? So it's making me think like maybe like when I start getting these inklings about, oh yeah, maybe I should get up and go do a reading. Like really, maybe I should be really actually in fact get up and come do a reading because, um, maybe I'm like tapping into things like ahead of time, and um, even though I do still feel like the things I tap into best are like spiritual awakenings and or gift activations, you know? Those are really like where I really shine at. Um oh yeah. And you know what? This week I was out planting flowers in my fairy garden. I'm really excited about that. So we're gonna do some berries, some butterflies. Sometime I'll show like this box I have over here with all my ducks. Yeah, I'll have to go take pictures of my fairy garden outside. I don't know who this reading is for. I would say Virgos, but maybe a mix of Virgos, Sagittarius, and Scorpios. I know that's like an unusual combination. That's like an earth, a water, and a fire. There's no air in there. I don't know why, but there just isn't. So, believing. You know what? I've not really been in flirty mood energy either. Ooh, someone's not feeling flirted because they just not feeling loved. You know what? That's what's up. You know what? Hey, you know what, you guys? Can we just please talk about loving ourselves and like if other people are not making us feel loved, never feel like you have to act any certain kind of way towards somebody who is not showing up for you. You know? I mean, if you want to and you feel like you should, then you can. Because then otherwise, you can like create unnecessary trouble for yourself. And why do that? Because creating trouble for yourself is not a good way to love yourself. You know, um, yeah. Ooh, geez, trouble with somebody else who's like doing magic under the moon. Jeez. With their companion or somebody else was doing magic to about a situation with you. All right, I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. I don't want to read that. Yeah. Believe in your companion. So somebody out there, I don't know if this is like a romantic companion. It may be a family or a friend, but believe in that. You have some shamanic. Let me take these. Because believe keeps coming out. Believe in your companions and your shamanic gifts. Right, Mimi? Look, Mimi's here to join us for the reading too. Right, Mimi? This little step stool is actually here for her. This is for her. So she sits here while I work. Ooh, in winter, the oldest fairy. So I feel like somebody consulted an elder during this past winter because whoever your companion is, this person who is doing magic felt particularly devoted to this person. So I don't know. That just seems like some jealousy, envy, and energy. Because who else is going to do that? Oh yeah, the birth of magic. Oh well. So maybe during the winter, somebody saw you tapping into this shamanic energy, and they felt like they saw you like waking up these gifts. Oh yeah, and the moon was teaching you these secrets. So the person who's like doing this moon magic is this wild violet person, and they were doing it during the winter. But this oldest fairy they were trying to consult is potentially an ancestor in your family line as well. Okay, so like this person, they felt like whoever this companion is for you, they felt like they would always be with them and they were utterly devoted to them. But this ancestor here won't stop thinking of you, and they say there's just too much that's been going on. And so now I'm going to shift over, just because of like this other person who keeps showing up, I'm going to swap over to the divine guidance deck. And to break the pattern. Well, it's hard to tell because if I held it this way, it'd be like that. So I feel like that person is being called to break a pattern. So I feel like this other person, like wow, I wonder if this is like the other side of that situation we were reading. Because I feel like this person, I feel like everything happening to them right now is a catalyst for them. This situation is going to make this person wake up. In the meantime, you're being encouraged to drink more water. You also have a pattern that you're here to break as well. So it seems like everybody in this situation has past patterns, and everybody's being called to rise above. You may be somebody who likes crystals, working with crystals. Your name might be Crystal. This person might be named Crystal. Take what resonates. Share your gifts. Yeah, so like if you don't know if you have gifts yet, they may be waking up. And I feel like this, I'm gonna take this. It feels like this birth of magic. I feel like that's meditations will bring you the answers you seek. I'm gonna take that as well. I feel like this meditation and the drink your water is going into your shamanism. This just breathe is, it's hard to tell which way. This is another one of these. What? Hold on, Mimi. We're reading. Hi. Hi. Do you want to talk too? Oh. So maybe you just feel like you're not ready. You're not ready for Oh. So maybe your gifts are waking up and you feel like you're not ready, but can I just tell you something though? Like sometimes we're never ready. Yeah. Like but your heart chakra is wide open. So I feel like um sometimes in life we'll just want all the conditions to be perfect for certain things to happen in our life, but unfortunately that's just not how life works. You're being guided to set protection around you anyways, so if you do have crystals and all that, make sure you keep them, because somebody over here is busy, so it never hurts to protect yourself, right, Mimi? Oh, well, we also have third eye chakras coming out, that came out on top of with this ancestor, and it's not the right time, which we saw before when I was shuffling the not quite ready. So whatever you're also seeing in this situation, if something felt like it wasn't time for you, then I would go with that. Just remember that your intuition is there to guide you. But we have your third eye chakra out here. We saw the heart chakra. Hi, Mimi. Hi, baby girl. Love you. What's up? Hmm? Hi. your eye bothering you again? Are you having allergies? Exercise more? Thinking maybe like, well, I'm not going to comment on this. I'm not commenting on cards that come out for this other person because I don't think this should be about them. We also have your solar plexus chakra, removing stagnant energies. So, and at the bottom of the deck just now was a crown chakra. You know, at the top of the deck, we had the chakra fairy out here, you know. So, maybe like earlier when I saw like the moon secrets, so like maybe this person was trying to like attack your chakra system. Maybe they felt like if they could like get you out of alignment, then maybe this situation with with this companion who, so it kind of gives the feeling that they feel like you're stealing this person away from them, but I feel like you shouldn't worry about that because whoever your companion is, like, this person is making a choice, you know. And ladies, can we just talk about this too? Because I mean, I'm sure maybe it happens to other people who are not women, but women in particular, when we have, and I'm guilty of this a lot because I can be a really jealous person as well, or territorial. And you know, sometimes as women, like when our guys are like interested in other people, we'll go after that other person, you know, but the person who we really need to be concerned about is our companion or person in our life, you know, because they're the person who, they're the ones who are either not putting up the correct boundaries and or creating space for this other person to feel like they have a place in their life and or room to cause disruptions, you know. So, like, and then it's like, well, who's really to blame there? Yeah, love yourself. You know what? Love yourself. I love that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I was actually thinking that before I came to do this reading. I was like, you know what? I need to do a video where we just talk and let's, like, just love yourself. Just love yourself, fam. Love yourself. Yeah, break the patterns. They need to break a pattern. You need to break a pattern. Everybody involved needs to break a pattern. Everybody involved has a pattern. This person has a throat chakra problem, so this person needs to speak up. So it's possible you may hear from this person because in order for them to break their pattern, they're going to have to find the courage to come and tell you about how they feel instead of doing this magic. Maybe they've been trying to also attack your throat chakra because maybe they feel like maybe they've heard some of the things you say and they didn't want you to be able to keep saying them because they couldn't say them. And spirit guides. So this person has spirit guides that are trying to help this person and they're just not listening to them. So that's why I feel like this person, your situation is affecting this person, but I feel like that's divinely guided because it's a catalyst for this person to help them have their spiritual awakening. So I would not feel that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of us, when we have our spiritual awakenings or gift activations, a lot of us go through dark nights of the soul and or we meet people who are a catalyst, which brings in pain at first, but that pain is transformational, you know. So it's just, you know, you just have to accept what's going on. Yeah, it may cause you a lot of emotions. You know, we have new career, so maybe you were talking about moving on from your job, but maybe like the feeling that you needed to move on from the job was coming from this magic that this other person is doing. So you maybe actually don't need to do it, but I feel like if you wanted to, why not, you know? If you do go and get a new job, go get a new job because you want a new job, and let's not do it because of magic or manipulation. We also have hobbies. So maybe there's a hobby you have that's going to help like open the door to like what you're going to go and do next in a new career. You're also being guided to get some rest. Because you know what? Part of self-love is self-care. And part of self-care is like getting enough sleep, drinking enough water, and eating good food. Relationship dynamics, yeah. So obviously that's like part of what all of this is about. Spirit, do we have any final messages? I feel like I'm about to wrap this up. Seeking and finding. So it is something in this situation where it's like, even though, maybe the seeking and finding is like where these spiritual gifts that are waking up, and you're lacking motivation to properly develop your gifts. And that's, sometimes it takes a lot of energy to do that. You know what? Gifts are energetic. So, so it looks like you have some grief work. So, you may have lost some people recently, and as you do your grief work, you're going to find your motivation. So there's somebody in your life who has some kind of role. So there's somebody in your life who feels like they had to take care of you, and or you were immature, and they felt like you weren't strong enough to do something without them. But I feel like you've always been strong enough to do it without them. You have these gifts. Your gifts were just waiting to wake up. So like say whatever is going on now, it may impact your finances in some way. And then here's seeking and finding again. So I feel like part of your gift may have something to do with seeking and finding finances. So you could finding money. You could end up finding some money, and you're also going to find out that you're stronger than you think you are. So, and then now we have adult children. Remember, I saw this parental care in adult children. So these I feel are like somebody else in your life. So maybe this other person who is attacking you is somebody who feels like they feel like you're in this energy. Yeah. It's this person who needs to make dietary changes. Like, whoever this person is, they have a lot going on, and your situation is going to be a catalyst. We'll take your hobbies, and your relationship dynamics. And this person needs to get some rest also. So I feel like whoever this person is in your life, they may be they could be a parent. They could be somebody who just thinks that you're super immature, and or maybe not necessarily a parent, but they would be considered an elder in your family, maybe like an aunt or uncle or a cousin who's like significantly older than you. But because of parental care and adult children, it's like maybe you're somebody who's like autistic and or somebody who has special needs, or you're somebody who's neurodivergent, and so like this other person in your life feels like you're forever young. Keep the faith. It's the end of an era. Yeah. So I feel like this situation that you're going through with your companion. This is a huge sea change for you. Okay. You're going through a huge thing because these shamanic gifts are waking up, and it's just started. This birth of magic told me that this was just starting. So keep the faith. Keep believing. Right, Mimi? Keep believing. We're going to get you a roomie. This is going way faster than some of my other readings. You felt called to do it, right, Miss Mimi? You feeling good, baby girl? That's a lot. I noticed that these are red, and this one's red also. All 4 of these are red. All right, I'm going to just take that. I don't know if red is a significant color for you right now, but we got 4 out here, and they're all red. So we have the Sacred Soul Sister, Celestial Rose of Ma, Passion for Purpose, and Passion of the Wild Red Mother. Mimi, hold on a second. Don't do that. That's ouchie, baby girl. It's ouchie. Don't be crying over here. Are you crying? All right. Be nice. Are you going to smile for the camera? You going to smile and look up here? So everybody say hi. All right. So we have the Sacred Soul Sister. And it says, When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. You know something deep in your bones. It doesn't have to make sense. It may be joy, or it may be the realization that a deep inner pain is to be released now so that joy may arise. And it may be something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. Celestial Rose of Ma. And this one is the searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. And it says a spiritual gift is on its way. What did I just tell you? You're having a gift activation. The gift signifies the close of a period of suffering in a time of Mimi. Just can you hold your horses? Wait your turn, please. Yeah. Wait. 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 A time of new opportunity is opening up is opening as flourishing and thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. Let the past go and become fully available to the present moment, for this is a gift worth having. Now we have passion for purpose. And it says love like life flows through the heart. Oh, remember we saw the heart chakra earlier. It says your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred tasks for this lifetime. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that is your heart. And to that you I ask, what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that. And lastly, we have the passion of the wild red mother. Don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks. Here is your invitation to lay aside despair, to put aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Here is your big cosmic yes. So if you were wondering something, the universe is telling you yes. It is time. Come be present and come do this. Come get your spiritual gifts. Come do your spiritual work. Come sit on your throne. Come step in and be who you have been born to be. Because it's time to do it, fam. And that's all I have for you. Thanks for listening to another reading. As always, I do have a free Discord that you can join if you want to. And if you feel like supporting me, I do have a coffee link and in my about me links that you can support me if you feel like. And I don't know. I'll be back soon with another one, I guess. Or I don't know. I don't really have a plan. I just kind of do when I feel like I should. So I do miss doing personal reads though. If you guys would like a personal read, you can also buy one of those through coffee as well. So and have a great weekend.